Hello there. As we wonder what tomorrow will bring in the House of Commons, I thought it timely to issue a little warning. We are all now waiting to see what business the government has put on tomorrow's House of Commons order paper. Will it be a meaningful vote? Will there still be the promised votes on stopping a no-deal Brexit and extending Article 50? I do sometimes wonder if Mrs May toys with the idea of just saying to herself, "Hang it," or words similar. "I'm just going to tell them if you don't like my deal, then I'm giving you the choice right now between leaving on WTO terms or unilaterally revoking Article 50 permanently." Then just sitting back and watching the political meltdown. Interesting thought, then she could just blame the MPs for whatever happened. Anyway, as we reach this critical phase in our exit from the EU, I thought it a fitting moment to warn people about what will follow, whatever happens. But I'll start first by going back to the day after the EU referendum. I remember the feeling of euphoria while quaffing champagne and breakfast with fellow Brexiteers on the morning of the 24th of June 2016, having stayed up all night and insisting on watching until the very last result was in, counted and announced. The relief that we'd done it, the weight slipping from the shoulders. People coming up to me in the street afterwards, shaking my hand and saying, "We're out." But it was soon very apparent that this was not going to be easy. We had, in reality, only got to the starting gate. Now we were racing for our survival as a nation against the whole UK Remain establishment and press. Did Tony Blair say that it was now time to back Brexit? Did Lord Adonis ever really believe in fulfilling the wishes of the people? Did Ken Clarke ever give up hopes that one day Parliament would be fully subservient to Brussels? No, all the Remainers got to work in trying to reverse Brexit, and that race is still being run right now. The run-up to the referendum and the vote itself was merely the first round of the competition. The current struggle to achieve a full and proper exit from the EU is merely the second round of this contest. Now for the stinger. Whatever happens next is the third round. We have to fully realise that in any realistic scenario you can think of, the only thing that will remain constant over the next few months or even years is the people in power. Those that hold the reins today will continue to hold them for a while to come. These are the people who have been fighting a bitter rearguard action to prevent the UK ever extricating itself from EU control, even to the point of a withdrawal agreement that, if signed, would be the death knell of the UK as we know it. We all know that our future is permanent EU servitude if May gets her deal through. But should they instead somehow get a lengthy Article 50 extension, say 2 years, work will be done between the EU and UK to tie us up in such a way that we would end up being unable to leave anyway, or if we did, it would still look spookily like the current withdrawal agreement terms. And if we leave on WTO terms, be in no doubt that these people will be working tirelessly on laws and treaties to try and replicate what we've left. The withdrawal agreement will return as a number of separate and innocuous-looking trade and security treaties, all drip-fed in over a number of years, but with an identical purpose and outcome. There will also be those quite content to block any move that might lead to increased prosperity in the UK, so as to make the EU look a more attractive proposition. And the vast majority of those people are already in the major UK political parties, the civil service and the press. And they are not shifting anytime soon. And, more importantly, they will not be shifting their views either. Do we really believe that these people would ever consider putting a proper treason law in place, for example? Do we not think that this new independent group with Chuka Umunna and Anna Soubry will not be working hard for our re-entry into the EU? and I suspect the Lib Dems will continue to call itself the party of in. These rejoiners, as I suspect they will become known as, will not stop. And worse still, they will claim it legitimate to espouse the destruction and sell-off of the UK, just like the SNP, Plaid Cymru and Sinn Féin do. And the Labour Party and Conservative Party will try to prevent Remainer MPs being deselected. In fact, that's already started. The establishment needs them there for as long as possible. Remember that, whatever they try and claim, these main party machines chose the Remain MPs in the first place. They are infested with Remainers from top to bottom and cannot be trusted. And that goes for the civil service as well. I would suspect that for at least the last 2 decades, being pro-EU would be advantageous to one's career, especially in the BBC. This may all seem a bit alarmist and depressing, but all we have to do is look back at the lead up to the referendum and what's happened in the 33 or so months since to see where these Remainers are likely headed. We must be on our guard. So I would urge people to send out a very clear message by voting UKIP in the upcoming local elections, whatever happens. So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.